Hello there. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty okay. Come try these quick and easy Dollar Tree DIYs. These are DIYs that are gonna take you no time at all. They are quick, they are easy, and most of all, they are budget friendly. And with that budget friendly price tag, they really pack a punch. I can't wait to show you what I have in store for you for today. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let's do some fall Dollar Tree DIYing on a budget, because that's what we do here. Let's get to it. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? You'll want to stick around to the end of the video to see if it's your creation that's being featured in today's video. Next time you're in Dollar Tree and you see these amazing pumpkins, pick up 6 of them and do today's DIY with me. The colors that I'll be using, yep, there's a theme for this fall season, and it is using Hello Hobbies, Aqua, Desert Tan, and Pumpkin. To these 3 colors, I add a bit of the dark brown just to rustic them up a bit. Yep, rustic them up. That's a new vocabulary in the Kelly Barlow dictionary. Although these pumpkins are orange, they are definitely not the right orange. They need to be my rustic orange, using some of Hello Hobbies pumpkin and adding just a bit of that brown. It's gonna mute out this color, take the brightness away, and really give it that age-distressed rustic feel that I love to go for. Not really sure what I was thinking, but for the white pumpkins, I started off with the Desert Tan and realized, Kelly, this is not the color that you wanted these to be. I wanted these to be aqua. And of course, I didn't realize it until after the paint had dried. So after it was dry, I went in with some of Hello Hobbies aqua, added a bit of that dark brown to it to mute it out, rustic it up, darken it up a bit. And that's the color that I wanted these pumpkins to be. What's great about this DIY is it is a versatile one, so it could be done to suit any decor style and any color. Just pick your colors, pick up these pumpkins and do this DIY, because it is going to be a piece that everybody loves. I'm using stencils for this DIY. It's one of my favorite means to craft with when adding lettering or wording, because it is such a budget-friendly alternative to vinyl, stickers, even the Cricut. And what's great about stencils is they're reusable. When applying the paint, a sponge dabber is really the way to go. It's the easiest way to cut down on bleedage. If you use a paintbrush, those bristles, they make their way under the stencil. Trust me, they do, and you're gonna get more bleedage using a paintbrush, and you're gonna get brush strokes, and it's gonna take more coats to get full coverage than if you just use a sponge dabber. Dollar Tree's got a 3-pack. It's well worth it. By applying the paint onto the sponge dabber and just dabbing, you're gonna get full coverage in just about 1 coat. So it's a time saver. When I remove the stencil, if my edges aren't super clean, meaning that there is a little bit of bleedage, I don't really stress about it. I go back in with a real fine paintbrush and my base coat, which would be orange, and I just kind of clean up the lines around my letter. Some people like to go in once they place the stencil down and put their base coat down first, which would be orange. Then they go back in with the Desert Tan and do the stencil in that. To me, either way, it's gonna take time. I feel like it takes less time to just kind of clean up the edges with a brush. And so that's just kind of what I do. But either way, it's gonna get the job done. Let's do something a bit different. How about we add some stitching to these pumpkins in that dark brown color by Hello Hobby. I personally really like the look of stitching. I feel like I might be converting some of you to the stitching because it adds so much to a DIY. It really takes it to the next level, and I'm gonna show you the difference here of the before and after with each of these pumpkins. Look at the difference. There is no denying it. There is a huge difference. I'm telling you, I am making it my mission to convert some of you non-stitchers to stitchers, because why would you keep your pumpkins plain when you can add a bit of stitching and it adds so much more to the DIY? Truth be told, my favorite part of every DIY is the end. When I take all of the pieces that I've created and I put them together to make the decor piece or the DIY that I envisioned in my head. This DIY is simple, it's easy, the outcome is just as cute as I envisioned it. So with this piece, when I'm putting it together, I just kind of alternated the letters and the colors in the word autumn. I took those taller pumpkins, and those are gonna be the background, and the smaller pumpkins are gonna be the ones that are up front, and you can see just how easily I am gluing them to the pumpkins. When gluing them, I suggest not using hot glue, because if you use hot glue, the minute you set it down, that pumpkin's in place, you're gonna have to pull it up and you may ruin the paint of your DIY. So just use some of that wood glue by Crazy Glue to give you a bit of wiggle room so you can actually adjust your letters so they're even, they're straight, and your piece is gonna stand up better. To this last pumpkin on the back side, I am going to take one of these smaller wood beads that comes in the pack, not on the strand, and adhere it to that bottom corner because there isn't another pumpkin that I'm gluing that side of this last pumpkin onto, if that makes any sense. And so it felt a bit unstable to me, and so just by adding that wood bead, it's gonna do what I need it to do and make that end pumpkin a bit more stable. These pumpkins originally came with a raffia bow, but it wasn't quite the color that I needed to finish this project off. And well, since I had some dark brown raffia in my stash, surprise, surprise, I really am a creature of habit. I figured that this was the perfect finishing touch to add to the top of these pumpkins right there on the stem. This next DIY, I'll be using these wood frame houses. These are a 4x6 frame. Well, they fit a 4x6 picture. You're gonna need 3 of them for this DIY. I'm gonna start off by removing the backs, the glass, the mat, all of the contents of this frame, just leaving the frame itself. And I'm gonna do that to all 3 of the frames. Frames, they come equipped with these metal prongs. These metal prongs hold everything in the frame. They're very easy to remove. I'm using wire cutters, and just by gently pulling on the prong, you can remove it from the frame. I'm gonna remove the prongs from only 2 of the frames here, leaving one of the frames with the prongs in it still. I need the glass in one of the frames, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace the glass back into one of the frames that I took the prongs out of. Then just taking some hot glue, I'm gonna run a nice bead of hot glue along the whole edge of the glass there on the inside of the frame, holding that glass in the frame. On the back side of that same frame, I'm gonna take some of my wood glue. This is a wood glue by Super Glue. I have seen great results with this. I cannot speak enough about this glue. Why use E6000 when you can use this Super Glue? It dries quicker and the results are amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and outline the back side of this frame because then I am going to stack the other frame that I removed the prongs out of right on top. Now this frame does not have glass, it just doesn't have the prongs, so we're gonna go ahead and set that right on top. What are we making? We are making a shadow box out of these amazing house frames. I love these. As soon as I saw them at Dollar Tree, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. So to this frame, I'm gonna go ahead and again outline the back side of the frame with the glue, and I am now going to place the frame that has the prongs, which was the only frame that I left prongs in, on the top there. What's great about using wood glue is it gives you that wiggle room to adjust it. If you use hot glue, you're gonna have a gap in between your frames and you don't want that, so just stick with like a wood glue. I'm gonna let that dry. These frames came with this cute mat, this house mat. I'm gonna use this as a template because I wanna add some scrapbooking paper to this shadow box. This is a scrapbooking paper that you can find at Hobby Lobby right now in their open stock paper. And so I thought it'd be cute to use this pattern for the roof itself. And I'm just gonna use this mat, or in my case, what I used as a template, to adhere the decorative paper onto, and I'm just using hot glue. Any adhesive is gonna work. My hot glue is just plugged in, so that's what I'm using.
Now for the bottom part of this, I went with a different pattern paper. I still don't know if I'm feeling it. I may go back and fix it. It's been about a week since I've done this and I haven't fixed it yet, truth be told. Nonetheless, if you want to use the same paper for the whole pattern, you can. I was just thinking it would be cute to differentiate the roof from the house itself. And so this was another paper that I found in the open stock paper at Hobby Lobby. It's very inexpensive and they have a better selection of paper, I would say, in their open stock than Michael's. I looked at Michael's for some fall and harvest paper and I found none in their open stock. They did have their paper packs, but I didn't want to buy a $9.99 paper pack. I only needed 1 or 2 sheets. And so Hobby Lobby always seems to be the place to get my open stock paper. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, self, why did you not go back and just fix this? It's been a week. I'm feeling like I'm gonna go back and undo this and redo the back of this, but for now, we're gonna continue on. Dollar Tree's got these bags of mini pine cones and mini pumpkins, and they are scented with pumpkin spice. This is such a cute bag. It is very festive. You only need 1, so grab 1, grab 2, grab 3. You might find other uses for it. I'm gonna place it inside what is going to be my shadow box. I'm gonna close up the back of the shadow box with that cardboard backing and the stand. These fall rub-on transfers might be another one of my favorite items this fall at Dollar Tree. They've got a few different styles. So I'm gonna go ahead and embellish this shadow box with this. Look at how easy that is. How fun is that? I love these things. I hope they have them at Christmas time. Do you think they will? I sure hope they do, because I am ready, willing, and inspired to use more of these because they are so easy to work with. Look at that. Satisfying. You just peel it right off, but you do want to go slow because sometimes those transfers do stick to that film. It didn't in this case. I'm gonna finish this off, guess what, with a twine bow. Yes, my twine bow is making an appearance this fall on this DIY because it works perfectly with it. I am so happy with this. Let's go take a look at this outside. This here is defined as a quick, easy, budget-friendly fall decor accent piece that you should most definitely do. Go pick up those houses. These are another one of those items that we've all seen, maybe picked up 1 or 2, but didn't DIY with them. Well, today we are. You're gonna need 3. On the front side, it's got this, I guess, elevated glitter writing. Even if you sand it off, it doesn't come off. The elevated part is still there. So it's best just to use the back. I removed the sticker, but had a heck of a time doing it. Nonetheless, I got them off, and now these pumpkins need a good couple coats of paint. So to this first one, it's gonna get a coat of the desert sand. Yeah, there's gonna be 3 different colors. And to this one here, yep, it's gonna get a coat of that rustic aqua. Who knew aqua could be rustic? Me. And of course, we're gonna have one that is my favorite, orange. A rustic orange. Instead of painting the stem, I decided to go the route of adding some twine because I wanted to add texture to this. Little things like this make all the difference in a DIY. Guess what time it is? It's the end of the DIY where I get to put all the pieces together. Remember, my favorite part of every DIY. I'm gonna glue these 3 pumpkins together. Yes, they are 3 different colors, but this is gonna be such a fun piece because these are the 3 colors that I am incorporating into my fall decor this year. And so yes, once I've got those 2 glued together, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this one here on top, and it looks like my hot glue gun wasn't really hot yet because it's really working to get the glue out. But yes, I'm gonna center this one just like so. To these adorable pumpkins, I'm gonna add one of those rub-on transfers. These are such fun pieces. Did I tell you that already? I did, didn't I? I'm not gonna repeat myself. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this pumpkin spice and everything nice, or if I wanted to go the route of happy fall, y'all. Wasn't feeling the happy fall, y'all, on this one because I used it in the other one. So I'm gonna go with the pumpkin spice and everything nice. This here is an example of the rub-on transfer not cooperating It really gave me a run for my money, this one did. That transfer really just wanted to stick to the protective sheet, and I had a heck of a time getting it off. So I had to pull out my scraper and kind of go over every letter and really just gently kind of pull up that film. It wasn't as easy as the first one, but you know what? I got it off. It came out amazing, and I couldn't be happier with this transfer on this pumpkin. Super cute, right? It's looking a bit on the plain side for my taste. You know where I'm going with this. Yes, stitching. Isn't it just the best way to finish off all DIYs? Okay, maybe not all, but most. And so my twine bow doesn't get lost in the stem, I decided to go with the dark brown one this time. Oh my word, I really love this piece. It was quick, it was easy, and would you look at the outcome of this? It makes for a perfect accent piece. Who is today's KB Creations Crafter of the Day? It's going out to Rachel Rice, who's bringing to us her recreation of my DIY Fall and Harvest Halloween slide plaques. Rachel, thank you so much for sharing your recreation with us today. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find these links, in the description box below.
I hope you all enjoyed these fall decor pieces that we did on a budget, bringing that fall and harvest feeling into our homes this season. If you're looking for more fall and harvest inspiration, click on the video over here and take a look at some of my oldie but goodies, some of my fall favorites. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy everything on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please, 'cause I am. Bye for now, everybody.